Facebook, up and running on Twitch. Got the Twitch chat getting pulled up. And once we get that pulled up, we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it as one does. And there's the pop-up chat. Good. And there it is. All right. Up and running. Let's do the thing. My final Monday for this year's January. And again, I think I'm going to go into the complete control for the drums themselves, for the drum sounds, and likely go into a different thing for the patterns. But let's go 80s today. Good sound, good sounding drum kit. And let's get some different patterns though. I'll go into the Moto drum ones here and see what I got there. All right. Patterns. Oh yeah, grooves. Gotta go to the right spot. Let's say pop. This one, you know, I'm gonna slow it down probably, but let's give that a listen. Yeah, I can get with that. Yes. How good do those drums sound, actually? Yeah, that's got a lot of potential. Yeah. Yeah, not remotely mad at that. Let's go. This would be different to go into the George Duke ones. But I kind of like the idea of that and seeing what I have in the George Duke ones that inspire at the moment. Because one of my favorite ones I did this year was the George Duke Soul Treasures one. definitely used some of that before. Good or not. Not going to do that. It always sounds pretty cool, but and it's giving me ideas, but I think I am going to go a different route. Good as it sounds, let's do my own thing. Try that actually, back seat. Not what we want. Want a new track with this. Greetings. All right. let's do that. Let's go with the clavinet. At least for starts. Remember that. I don't like it for that. I think I want to change my bass sound. Like, I don't hate it for that, but when we get to the lower notes, it disappears. So we're going to pick a different bass sound. I call them the lo-fi glow though, and I don't need it to be within that. It can just be all the bass instruments reset. All of them. How about that one? No. It detuned it. That's a bit much. clavinet a little bit here. Like, I like it, but I'm going to add a little something to it. Rotary. I do want to change that last little bit. We got this, I think. What is that last little bit again? Yeah, that might work. Aha, I like that even better. Yep, there it was. Don't want to delete the whole thing, just the one bad note. Almost. Yeah, almost. I know what I'm doing, I just gotta hit it right. I can hear it in my head, I just gotta hit the right keys. hit the G and not the F, so we're just going to move that up too. Oh, not the whole thing. Just the one note. Nope. All of that. Undo. Redo. And we want that one note. One higher yet. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. I like that. Not at all what I wanted to do, but I like it better. Thank you. May have ones that ring out. think that adds a lot. Like, that's nice, but I think that this adds. Yeah, that's what I need to do. That too. Yeah, I like that. Very close. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that. That's the ending. I think I may add a guitar to this. The second night in a row. Up though, just in case. like that actually. Let's do it right though. This shouldn't be that difficult. Up there instead. Thank you so much. Hey there, Testin. Yeah, I think it might be a good one for a solo. I agree. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, it seems I am in my element tonight. And it's another night where I'm like, dude, I'm so tired. I'm ready to be done with January. And yet here we are. Want to find a complementary chord. Want to do like a weird open chord or something. There we go. Can I throw a weird high note in with it? There it is. That's the one. Or just maybe cut it off. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of. All right, so now I think what we're gonna do here is figure out the layout and verse. I'm gonna let this one breathe. Verse starts there. Pre-chorus. Chorus. Verse. Pre-chorus. Chorus. As long as I don't screw up the lyrics, this is going on the album. Bridge. Normally I'd go double chorus, but I think you're right, and I was thinking the same thing. Solo over the verse. Pre-chorus. Again, there's going to be the solo over this too, probably. Double chorus. Going to be one of the longer songs, but I think it'll still come into that 4.5 minute range. Ending. Right. And yeah, just shy of 4 minutes. Just shy of 4 minutes. I'm good with that. Let's throw together a solo, and then we'll see what the lyrics are going to be about soon enough here. But yeah, that comes out just before 4 minutes. I'm especially happy that it didn't quite even hit the 4 minute mark. That's great. So let's do a solo. Probably doesn't hurt that the tempo's a little faster than some of the ones I've been doing. I don't know if it'll be overkill, but I really, when I'm normally doing guitar solos, I love the Soldano. But I think the Soldano normally is too chunky. I mean, too chunky. I saw the word chunky there. It's a little too heavy for this sort of thing. But if you think about it, when we're talking yacht, Toto is in that conversation, and Lukather can rip, and normally there's a lot of distortion on what Steve Lukather does. So let's see what happens. Yeah, we're getting there. I don't think you're witnessing one of the greatest solos, but for me, maybe. I'm just practicing right now. I'm figuring out what matches where I go with them. I like the vibe. I just gotta figure out what notes I want. There. We're putting the pieces together. start here. Okay, we're getting there. Are fitting together. So close. Piecing it together. close. I'm almost ready to start recording. Okay, almost ready. I think I'm going to record the next tape. Let's try it out. I'm gonna record it now. Thank you. I was close, but there's a couple things I'm going to do better. Remember to do. All right, and then not overshoot. That's the key with those bends, is to not overshoot them. overshot that one. Speaking of overshooting, that was exactly what I just did. Oops. There was one take that was almost perfect that I should have just kept, but that's okay, because we're going to do better yet. I may just do that one part because that was such a perfect take. I may punch in. There's nothing I'd change about that part. That whole thing. So I need to just do this part. So close. We're going to do a little outro solo. But it's going to be happening underneath a vocal, so it's what we would call an outro solo, because that's going to compete with the vocal, so it needs to be lower in the mix. like that little riff actually. Let's show it. trying to see how long I had to work with there. Bit of time. And here we go. Kind of scaling it back here, but not in a bad way. Very close. I think that was it. I think I am going to start with a kind of a solo like that too, because there's an opening thing, but I'm going to do this real like real low key. basic, but wild thought. We're going to guitar harmony it up. Just in that beginning, we're going to do a guitar harmony. I think it will be good. I need to practice it probably. It's a very Captain-esque style thing to do, guitar harmonies. But it helps if you hit the right note. Wish I could take credit for it. Yeah, I definitely did that with Conflict Approaches in the theme song. There was one part of that was a little sloppy. I'm going to redo. We're going to redo it one more time. It helps that it is fun, but I got to get to some lyrics too. Perfect up till the end. Yeah, I gotta cut that note off a little earlier. That was what I did right the last time. I didn't do it right this time. But here we go. I'm holding that note too long. That was it. Here we go. Inspirobot, here we go. Don't ruin this song, Inspirobot. Occultism can be a cry for help. All right. Yeah, I saw you were typing something, but I haven't read it yet. Thank you. I'm glad you dig that. I'm gonna do guitar minis. Let's see what we got. D27. Either cry for help or just help. You know, obviously the Beatles wrote a help song, but maybe. Although it actually does sound like the guitars are kind of crying, so cry for help actually wouldn't be the worst title. Definitely want to cut those unnecessary frequencies out there whenever there's not a guitar playing. That should go away. Indeed, Cry for Help was also Rick Astley. But let's do that for starters here. We'll export that and start working on some lyrics here at any moment. Definitely taking a little longer with this one, but that's because there are some cool ideas coming. Yeah, it feels like it's been a while here. Hour 47 is pretty long for me this month. Thank you. Oh, you have it on a cassette single. Wow. Wild of you to even know about cassette singles, considering your age. But there you go. First original plot point for the series, Glitch Core. Something that causes non-native glitches in any game, either by will or naturally. Corruptor that causes a bunch of glitches beyond the original code. Okay, yeah. Seems like that's the sort of plot point. And the question would be, like we talked about the Matt and Trey, the South Park guys, and the glitch core exists. Therefore, it's a fun concept to have a glitch core, but why is that there? The existence of the glitch core happens. Therefore, rather than we discussed that whole approach where you've introduced that as a great concept. Where does it fit in? All right, Cry for Help 102. I think this one's got a lot of potential for what it's worth. Oh yeah, again, forgetting that I have a template. Use it. The bass is the one that was called Backseat, and then I I used a different. Yeah, I called it Backseat. That was the name of the bass line when I started. It was the patch was called Backseat, and then I ended up not using Backseat. I used a different thing. Clavinet is keyboard 1, and then there's the Blue Ballad is keyboard 2, and once again we have a. Actually, that's what I need to do here is duplicate these tracks here because I have a guitar part for rhythm, and I have 2 solos, which will take on the same sort of things as the guitar. Mute it all. All right, thought it was Remnant of the Game Genie course. That makes sense. Because of Game Genie and Game Shark codes sometimes breaking the game. You realize Game Shark had not actually been part of the original series, but clearly was a product that came out around the time of the Dreamcast. I specifically remember with the PlayStation, my Game Shark Pro, which was like the coolest thing on the planet at that time because you could make your own codes with it. You pause the game with like a button that was on the side of it, and basically it asks you what the code was. Like, you know, say you want infinite lives, and it'd be like, I know I have 4 lives right now, so you pause it and you specify it is currently equal to 4. There are 20,000 possibilities. All right, cool. Play the game a little bit. Oh, I lost a life. Pause. The number is now 3. All right, there's 1,049 options now. Cool. Get back to the game. I gained a life. I've got 4. Pause. The number's 4 now. You have 621 possibilities. Like, you would basically go through and create your own codes through trial and error. Like, that was specifically the Game Shark Pro that would allow that. And that was, at that time, the coolest thing on the planet because, again, you know, instead of waiting for a magazine, you could literally create your own codes if you had the patience to sit there and work with it. Yeah, something like it. But again, why is it there? Is there a point within that? Is there someone that a character that's hacking the system? Are they hacking it for good? Are they hacking it for bad? Or do they seem bad, but they're good? Or do they seem good, but they're bad? And what purpose do they serve in the narrative? This right about there and mute, basically mute it there. Pardon me. All right. We don't want to save that, though. But I do think we're going to put in a cough drop. All right. All right, there you go. Remnant of the Game Genie, because of the Game Genie and Game Shark code, sometimes breaking the game along with other cheating devices. By nature, they alter the original code. So they come from what's left of the Game Genie, and they can be treated like any other glitch. Okay, shoot to get rid of it. I can dig that. At the same time, they can be used for power and are somewhat common. And it seems to me that in the original Captain S, you also had the sort of thing where if he used his powers too much in the outside world, that it weakened him. It would stand to reason that the opposite could also be true. Where if cheat code style things are used, the more that they're used, the stronger the Game Genie entity becomes. It's piecing them back together by utilizing them. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, but at the same time, they can be used for power and are somewhat common. Now the dilemma here is whether or not for Dane and the head to use them to their advantage. PlayStation being, I mean, obviously it's not exactly a parallel, but like if we think with Harry Potter and like the and Voldemort's, yeah, and I can't think of the name of them. The Horcruxes, basically the idea of splitting it up and everything. Well, this is not quite the same as that, but it's that same sort of thing. It's like if you think of like the Game Genie's been scattered to the abyss, and and is scattered in a million pieces, but those pieces of code are getting brought in to where they can kind of coalesce. So the more that those are getting used, the more that he's becoming whole again. Yeah, so when I mentioned this being a more technology-focused thing, that's what you meant because of the new ways to cheat and modify a game. Now there's a power struggle between two sides, and the good side is Dane on the head, and the rest of his friends, including Captain N. On the opposing side is the Glitch Master, capable of glitching almost any game possible purely by using Glitch Course. And it would stand to reason to me that the Glitch Master is trying to bring back the Game Genie. That's the thing. It's like recognizing... Of course, that would also be the wild thing, is if it's actually someone like Lunk. If Lunk actually is the Glitch Master, and that's the big, like, shocker surprise, is like Lunk went bad in some way, or like a character from the original show. Like, not even necessarily a major character, but if that's like the, oh my goodness, I didn't expect them! Although that could potentially end up also, like, the more characters that you bring in from that, the more yeah. That'd be wild if it was Stacy. But again, the key to that is not just fan service. It's like, what are the logical reasons that could lead a Stacy Neufeld into deciding to go rogue, deciding to go bad? Like, that would be the thing you have to consider in that situation. But Stacy would be an interesting choice for sure. Or some minor character. You have some minor character. Actually, the one that comes to my mind at that point would be the guy who bullied Captain S. And the one that he gave the wet willy to. And he definitely has some incentive. He has some incentive for sure, because Captain S made a fool of him. And he ultimately wants to... I see a couple of dudes. Thank you. All right. But now I'm going to get some lyrics done. And especially with something like, again, if it is our bully from the first season, then I can't imagine it would be a character that the head would remember. But if Captain S comes back, if you get Brett, you'd be like, oh, I know exactly who that is. Yeah, and yeah. And then it's like, at that point, no, I know why he's here. And that's where Captain S would be like, I've gotta, like Brett would be. Yeah, no, for sure. Glad to help, though. Like, these are, spitball ideas. I want to say, with all you these amazing ideas, I got to credit you. Yeah, they work so well is the thing. Yeah, well, yeah, thanks. I blame partially being older. I've lived a fair amount of life. I've seen not a lot of movies, but I've read books of, I've had more time to take all of it in, and you recognize patterns. And specifically, I recognize patterns in films or books that I enjoy. And especially if you think about bringing something in, but why are you bringing it in? That's really ultimately the thing that you have to consider in that point. It's like, okay, it's cool to bring this in, but why am I bringing it in? How does it fit into and it's like writing a song where you put one piece of it down and the other pieces can fit to the piece that you put down there. That's goes the same way with the story. It's like, I know that I want to do this, but why am I bringing it in? And ultimately, you may end up discovering, I really liked that. I wanted to bring it in, but there's not a good way that it fits into the narrative, so I've got to take it out. So, yeah, it's like, what is the purpose for there? And especially if you were thinking along the lines of, you have however much budget to tell the story that you want to tell, it's important that every piece that you've put into that puzzle belongs there. You might be able to have a couple of extraneous things where it's like, haha, that's just a throwaway. But even your throwaway should somehow fit into that narrative or into that puzzle. Like, even if it's like an aside, it's like, oh, it seems like it's this throwaway thing, and oh, surprise, it plays a big part. It plays a much bigger part into the things than you would think it did. So, That's where you could actually sidetrack. It's like, what is this other thing that they keep showing? And then, boom, then it ties in. It's like, okay, now I get it. No, that's cool. Gonna have to think about it once you finish the second episode, and especially where you've not filmed yet. The beauty is that you can go back and rewrite or edit things that make sense. Because you've introduced a bunch of things and you've told the story, and that's great and everything. But again, if you look back over it and say, okay, I wrote all of these things, it kind of just came out. These were just concepts that just flew out. Okay, now I need to analyze this and say, all right, what purpose does this character serve to the narrative? What piece of the puzzle are they? And you yourself may not even know. But that'll be the beauty of this, is you don't have to film a moment of this until you are confident and ready. I think that with Captain S, they kind of backed themselves into a corner where they had written a certain number of episodes and they had kind of an idea where they wanted it to go. But because there was the pressure to keep getting it out there, I think that they were still potentially, I don't know this for sure, but I believe they were still like writing bits of it and filming it, and it's like scrambling. I could be wrong about that though. But it seemed like we were scrambling, but it may have just been because the editing process is what we were scrambling. Like, it wouldn't surprise me on the same token if they had just written everything and had it all. Like, yeah, no, we knew what we wanted to do. Yeah, for sure. So we're going to get a chorus. Yeah, we got this. Boop, 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 doo, got me a chorus. Needing a little more runway than that. And it's sing and let's try again. And it's sing and do. and it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. Okay, let's do a little better than that, but right idea. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. And we're going to do the same thing. Give it a little more runway again. And it's seen, and it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. You're saying, but I think that was with the second season as well. You know, there's an idea I love that Brett talked about during the interview I watched. It was the idea of Chad Belmont being all hopeless after so many years of being Captain S and not much else outside of Videoland. Drew an inspiration from that try-independent scene between Dan and Chad. Yeah, see, again, a couple of years ago, I was even toying with the idea of writing a Captain S thing, but again, it would be modern day in the one that I was doing. And just the sheer amount of the landscape of video gaming that has changed since then, especially with online gaming and all of that. And this would be where, if you think about the fact that Sega no longer has a console, like they haven't had consoles since Dreamcast, Chad's out of the picture. But you've had people behind the scenes that have kept it going. That was kind of the idea, is that there were people somehow that were keeping it going. And the clear and obvious thing that it would be Becky who was keeping it going. But I thought, wouldn't it be the twist if it was actually Stacey Neufeld who ended up getting into a situation where she was making big money and she was keeping tabs on this because she got pulled into Videoland. She was there. You'd have that, your life would not be the same after that. And especially if you look at this where she was kind of almost played as like the ditzy character and everything, but if that was kind of an act and she actually was a lot smarter than people gave her credit for. That was a topic that I discussed with the actress who played Kitty, who played Stacey Neufeld, and she was really into the idea. Like, if I were to write it and everything, she like that would be really cool to play that. And she even gave a little bit of input into that, but yeah, exactly. Like, you know, that would be the interesting thing. You'd expect Becky, but guess what? Stacey is actually came with a lot of the ideas and was, again, much smarter than people gave her credit for. So it's actually, in the story that I was writing, it was Stacey that was pulling Captain S, like calling Brett's character or Captain S back into it. Like, we need you. Like, I don't know what you've been doing, but we've been basically holding it down. And I think the idea at that point was that Ness was missing initially, and the thought was that like he was back, and or you know, there was something weird going on, but that it was actually Ness was involved in some way, shape, or form, and the thought is maybe that it was bad, but he was actually doing good, but you have this thing where all signs are pointing to where he's back on his bullshit, that he's doing wrong, when it turns out all along he's actually been fighting the good fight at this point. He really, after season 1, he was changed for the better. He's been working tirelessly behind the scenes without getting any credit or being known for it. I think that was kind of where my thought was going on that. Yeah, there you go. That'd be cool, especially if Brett's into it. Oh, that's right. What's going on there is the solo. Let's do this and record that. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. Let's do a harmony vocal. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. And it's seen, and it's seen. That's what we want. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. All right. Okay, let's do another harmony. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. And it's seen. Oops. Each of the first two I try to do like it's the every other, that it's not da-da. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. And then I accidentally did one of them near the end where I went back to this single at a time, but I was like, oh, I like it, so we're gonna do that. And it's seen, and it's seen, and it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. Cry for help. I think that'll work. Cry for help. Da da da. Let's do that. Cry for help. Cry for help. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. Okay, one more time with that. Doing the double chorus here at the end. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry. Cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Oh, that's right. It's first time through. First time through, I dealt. That you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. And it's seen. And it's felt like a cry. Gotta remember that it's the smooth. It's not the da-da. It's just the smooth. Like a cry. Cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. All right. That's those. And I'm going to do that just for the... Let me get this. Just because I can, we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. And it sounds like this. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry. Cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy. Cry for help. I will say that Devin is the one person who did not get back to me at all. He didn't come back with like an FU, but he did not come back at all. I never heard back from Devin. So I think ultimately, like I know Brett was potentially interested in doing the thing, but he also anticipated like he's not heard from Devin in some time either. And so he wasn't sure that I would hear from him. Yeah, thank you, by the way. And let's do that with music here. I think he's doing perfectly fine, but I think that Devin is just very private. And I will say that I've been in, and obviously he's the brother of Shale Riley. And Shale is like a brother to me. But Shale and I have butted heads on a number of occasions with musical stuff where when you hear about the concept of artistic differences, Shale and I have artistic differences as far as what he thinks sounds good and what I think sounds good do not mesh a lot of the time. Where I will add things and he will not like what I add, and he will add things to what I've done and I will not like what he did. And that sort of thing happened enough. Like, I got no ill will towards Shale at all. And I am thankful for Shale for the opportunities that I got, including Captain S, because it was Shale that approached me. I wouldn't have Captain S if it wouldn't have been for him. And ultimately, I think Shale's cool, but like a brother. I think of him like a brother. And that's exactly it. It is like a brotherly headbutting sort of thing. I can respect him. I can know that he has written songs that I adore. And then he has added things to songs that I have written that I do not like at all. And so ultimately you get to that point where it's like, yeah, I don't think we see the same vision here. And so ultimately it'll be a thing where if he ever needed like a part in a song, like a vocal harmony or a bass or something, and it's like a one-off thing, I'm sure that I would do it for him. But working with him long term, like we were doing in the group, the Grammar Club, it was not something that could be sustained over time. It was like, no, No, we disagree too often about what the songs and everything should be, and ultimately, the Grammar Club is his baby. It is not the Grammar Club without Shea Riley, which I think is says a lot about the fact that he is, when he's on a roll, especially, that man is hyper creative and is capable of really exceptional things. For sure. And so in that case, now add the fact that Devin Riley is his actual brother too. And so I don't know. Like, I feel like the last time that I spoke to Devin that I was on good terms with him. I don't know if he was on good terms with Brett and the PBC folks, but I wish him nothing but I wish all of them nothing but the best, for sure. And again, that includes Shale. Ultimately, Devin was always kind of like that. Devin was brilliant in Captain S, not only as a actor, but like behind the scenes director and everything. He pushed me pretty hard in the one episode where he'd have me redo things and everything. But it pushed me to be better, and as much as, and in that moment I'd get frustrated with it, it was the sequence that became S versus Ness and Hopeless. So Devin Riley made such great recommendations on the song Hopeless that I ended up giving him a writer's credit on it. Like, there were things that I did in that song that I would not have done without his suggestions. So yeah, nothing but love for the Riley brothers, for sure. All right, and having said that, let's do the thing here. I'm going to do harmonies again for the other chorus. And it's seen, and it's felt. Oh, that's the, I gotta do the other one first. And it's seen, and it's seen, and it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. Right, and on that chorus, we're going to do the low one too. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. And here we go with the last one. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. All right, that is I need 2 more backup vocals for the first chorus. And it's seen, and it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. Here we go. And it's seen, and it's felt like a cry for help. It's the hand that you dealt. Don't be shy, cry for help. rest of the lyrics with that. Shakes. Oh, you definitely got to have shakes in there. That's a given. And thus far, or at the very least, you end up actually having some sort of a thing where it's like something else. It's like, look at that, it shakes. Did somebody say shakes? No, not. What are you talking about? See, look at the way it shakes. Did somebody say shakes? No. What are you talking about? And that's earlier, but then they actually, like, yeah, but it should be like, but you have like the tease of it like that, and then they do get shakes at the end. But earlier in the thing, you have the setup for the joke with that. It's like no, it's not natural. Look at the way it shakes. Did you just say shakes? Like, no, not like that. Or it's like, see the way it shakes. Now is not the time for shakes. What? Now is not the time for shakes. There you go. Now is not the time for shakes. No, look at the way like that's not natural. Look at the way that it shakes. Now is not the time for shakes. What? Oh, never mind. But then now's the time for shakes. That's now is not the time for shakes. But then later, when there's victory at the end, now is the time for shakes. There you go. There we go. And thus far, you have held up well like a bell. And thus far, you have held up well like a bell. I know that you would rather do. And thus far, you have held up well like a bell. I know that you would rather do it all by yourself. Okay. And thus far, you have held up well like a bell. I know that you would rather do it all by yourself. All right, let's do harmony. And thus far, and thus far, and thus far, you have held up well like a bell. I know that you would rather. I know that you. I know that you. I know that you would rather do it all by yourself. Oh, so close. I know that you would rather do it all by yourself. Yeah, it could be the cap, like, if it happens to be someone who knows martial arts, then it's also like I can't pronounce it right, but capoeira, whatever what Eddie Gordo does in Tekken. That's ultimately, that's misdirection. Is you think that it's because she wears a cap, and she lets on that she think yeah, it's because she wears a cap. but in fact she knows capoeira. she doing like the breakdancing fighting moves, like Eddie Gordo, like just spamming. That's the reason they call her Cap. That's the reason they call her Cappy. It's not Captain like Captain S. It's not like a baseball cap. It's because she knows that. That'd be the trick, is knowing someone who, like. But if you can cast someone that can do that, then boom. That alone is almost worth the joke. Or that she always wants to go to the Zapper because, you know, caps. Cap gun. Trigger happy. At that point, it's just like, no, she's just a sharp shot. She's very, very good. It takes a lot less skill to do that in acting. There you go, the Super Scope. I've got one on my wall back there, actually. Damn if this is not turning out okay. Yeah. Video game collector from way back, sir. I've got a 32X and everything, too. But right up here. You mean this whole thing? Yeah, I've got a 32X. I've been collecting video games since I was pretty young. So you'd be hard pressed to find many of the consoles that I don't have, except the more rare ones. If it's a Sega console, I have it, with the exception of the rare one that came before the Master System. I got the Master System, and yeah, no, it's part of growing up at a point like when this stuff was not as sought after, where you could go and do like yard sales or pawn shops and like that style of stuff, basically for like next to nothing, where people didn't think that it had any value, and now it's overvalued at this point. So yeah, no, that's exactly it. I do not have a Nomad. The Nomad is one of the things that I did not successfully get one of those. I've got a number of other things. A Nomad. I've seen a Nomad. I didn't know what a Nomad was. There was a local game store that had one, and I was like, what on earth is that? Didn't know. But I do have, again, the common ones, though. Recognize that bad boy. Got the Game Gear. Yeah, no, like when we start getting into the more rare ones, like 3DO, TurboGrafx, ones like that, like those. Yeah, those I don't. Most of those I don't have. But if it says Sega and it's a common system, I've got it. Nintendo, PlayStation, yeah, pretty much most of them. And it's just been a lifetime of collecting. Again, I'm 50 years old, so I've been playing games basically since age 4. We had an Atari in the house at age 4. We had an Intellivision after that. We were lucky enough to have like a ColecoVision as well, and the Commodore 64. So I kind of have just lived through the history of video games since a young age, because my era the people who are around my age are the first people who grew up in households that could have video game consoles with switchable cartridges. Anyone before me, it's Pong, if that. And I've discovered that most of the people. Oh, see, there you go. You got a 3DO for his birthday. Fantastic. That's cool. Nothing. That's not bad at all. Yeah, ColecoVision's so cool. Like that at the time, seeing the Donkey Kong on the ColecoVision look so close to the arcade was a mind-boggling experience at the time. But I have more or less seen the history of video games from the inception. I know male friends who are like 10 years older than me that really never got into video games. They played Asteroids or Space Invaders or Pac-Man in the arcades, and they never really got into it. But my era, that's at that 50-year-old thing, we were the ones that had the Atari 2600 in the house, and so you could have interchangeable cartridges where you could switch them out and everything. We were the first of the people to have that video game obsession from the youngest of young ages. And so I've been playing since like age 4. And just little by little, when there was an era where people thought it was practically garbage, like, here, I'll just give it to you. You know, like that's but now there's a collector's market because it's ultimately all about buyers and sellers, and it's about obviously supply and demand. I will say, when a bunch of the people like my age start dying off, you might see more of these, but it'll be interesting to see if there is anyone who's even interested in it at that time. It could go back to being worthless again. But probably not, because there's enough people who love video games that will care enough about the history of it that they'll probably preserve it in some way, shape, or form. All right, so I need 2 verses, 1 more pre-chorus, and a bridge. I'm dilly-dallying, but I'm actually surprised to say that I have not yet reached 3 hours on this one, because I do not feel like I've been doing much. But clearly I have, because it's all right here. Okay. I will say this too, though. Like, people crap on Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. Maybe, again, if I'd been a little bit older and been going to arcades and memorized all the patterns, I might have felt pretty disappointed about Pac-Man for the home. But at my age, I was just happy to be able to play Pac-Man at home. And at that point in time, I think that people did not expect, at least my age group, did not expect the games to look arcade perfect. The idea of something looking arcade perfect was just like, that's just not something that happens on the Atari or the Intellivision. The ColecoVision was the first one where I was like, okay, Donkey Kong actually looks like Donkey Kong in the arcades. That's wild. And the really crazy one for me was Super Mario Brothers on the first Nintendo, on the Nintendo Entertainment System, because there was an arcade version, Super Mario Brothers Versus, and that was zero difference. Like, if you went and saw Super Mario in the arcades, it looked identical to the Nintendo version, but the items were in different places though too. If you play World 1-1 on the arcade version, you will discover that the item placement is not the same. You will go where you think there's going to be a power-up mushroom. Nope, it's not there. It's not in the same spot. But yeah, 2600 was the game changer for sure. Make no mistake about it. Just having interchangeable cartridges, are you kidding? And then, I mean, I could obviously, music is clearly the obsession, but like video games are right up there with it. There is a fantastic video game documentary series called Play Value that came out around the time the Xbox 360 was a thing. You could get the videos on the Xbox 360. They're on YouTube now as well, though. It's a really exceptional history of video games that's talking about Atari versus Nintendo, which you wouldn't think of as Atari versus Nintendo, but they went to courts. There were court battles between the two of them. Obviously, there was Sega versus Nintendo, and it covers a lot of these in great detail. Even though they're 10-minute videos, they cover a lot of ground within these multiple videos that are like 10 minutes apiece. They're really good. Really interesting history. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Sunsoft made great games, I'll tell you what. Oh yeah, no, the sound capability. I know Namco had a chip that would add extra like arcade voices to NES game. Honestly, the first one that I remember having like that was the Commodore 64, and that blew my damn mind when I played the game, because a lot of people do not think about the fact that the Commodore 64 was a big part. Like they talk about the video game crash of 1983. And one of the things I think that people do not necessarily always remember or consider is that, yes, video game consoles crashed in 1983. People were going over to computers because the whole sales pitch of a computer, like a Commodore 64 and like the VIC-20 before it, is that not only can you play video games on this, but you can have educational software where your kids can learn things, and you can program your own games on top of it. You just have to type in some BASIC and everything. I think that is a factor that people don't think about often when it comes to the whole video game crash of 1983. Video games are still being made. They were just switching over to computers for the most part. And especially something like the Commodore, where like people could, like, you know, there were ways to copy the games and everything too, obviously, which is, you know, not great for the developers, but great for getting a large collection of games. And I will say I've never met a Commodore 64 owner who bought every game that they owned, like it or not. That is very much how it went. But Impossible Mission in the mid '80s, with a voice synthesis thing on there. The game starts and another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever. And there's laughter and like an like voices in the games. Like, what, on a home computer? So I remember being distinctly impressed with how much they could make it sound like speech on a C64. It was pretty crazy. And honestly, it was like that era, that is where Electronic Arts, they shone. In that era, they were making interesting games that were not like anything else that anyone else was making. They were very much at the forefront of unique, interesting games and getting good game developers to make interesting, unique experiences that you were not going to have anywhere else. EA was slaying in the Commodore 64 era. Yeah, Ghostbusters is fantastic, but that's Activision. And that was what I was starting to talk about too. I didn't realize I was going to end up going so much into the history of video game thing. But Activision and arguably third-party game developers may not exist the way that they did today had Atari not pissed off some of their best developers. You had Atari was originally run as like this whole like laid back, almost hippie commune sort of vibe. Like, yeah, come to work whenever, just make sure that you get your work done before deadline, and we're cool. Drugs in the building and everything as far as that. Just it's very kickback, laid back sort of environment. But then they brought the suits in, Warner Brothers, and they tried to run it like any other business. And you had the head of Atari, not Nolan Bushnell, but the guy that they brought in, who famously said that the programmers were no more important than the janitors. But good luck getting a janitor to program a good game. Not only program a game, but program a good game, where these guys were given 4 to 5 months to create a game. Yeah, your average janitor's not going to know how to do assembly code. So, yeah, and so what ends up happening, Hero has been fantastic, by the way. That is a very underrated, it's very good on the Commodore 64 as well. But ultimately, Atari pisses off enough of their top best developers by not letting them put their names on the games, not giving them bonuses of any sorts. The guy that made Missile Command for the Atari 2600, they gave the people a free complimentary turkey. That was his bonus for selling millions of copies of Missile Command. He got pissed off and he formed his own company. But before that, your top developers at Atari say, we quit. And they decided they're going to form their own company and call it Activision. And they're going to make games for the Atari. That goes to court. Atari tries to say that it's something that can't be done. But Activision wins that lawsuit. And now the doors are opened for everybody to make games for the Atari because the legal precedent had been set. And now a bunch of people are making Atari games, including people who barely know what they're doing. And the market does get flooded with crappy games. That much is true. But if you check a number of documentaries, that they'll make you believe that that is all that was going on. But the other piece is home computing. Why buy a game system that can only play games when you can buy a computer that can play games, but you can also write your own games? You can write your own programs. You can do your budget on it. Like, people in that era, they're going to be like, oh, sold. We're getting the computers. Like, forget doing the game system. That's yesterday. Yeah. So that's why I think Nintendo had such a fight on their hands trying to get people to buy a console video game system, and they really revived the market. Because, yeah, it's like, dude, video games, we did that. That was a fad. They really had an uphill battle even getting their product in stores. And the play value videos go into that, too, where they partnered up with a company that's no longer in existence called Worlds of Wonder. They were a big deal at the time because they had Teddy Ruxpin and they had Laser Tag, which were two of the hottest toys. So toy markets, like Toys R Us, places like that, like, they had the distribution and everything. So Nintendo paired up with Worlds of Wonder for a while. But, yeah. Yep, no, they had an uphill battle, and no one wanted to touch a Nintendo with a 10-foot pole at first until people realized how great it was. Yeah, Teddy Ruxpin was, in fact, really great for the time. Exactly, very unique. But it was very much like a 1 or 2 season thing, and it was done. And then Nintendo came through and destroyed everything else in the toy store at that point. All right, I'm going to write this. I'm going to write the song. I'm still writing a song. Let's get this. And thus far, you have held up now like a bell. Know that you right up there to it all by yourself. And it seems yeah, I've heard about that too. I'm realizing there is one other dangerous precedent that means I need to definitely get this done. It is 10:42 p.m. here. I realize I've got an hour and 18 minutes before it's no longer the 27th, so I better get my hustle on this. I may end up turning a little more of a blind eye to the chat for a moment so I can make sure I get this done while it's still the 27th, because I'm pushing it a little closer than I'm comfortable doing. Oh, no, that's all good. Yeah, sorry that I was Dragon Ball Rebel Ultima. That was like the bridge game between Atari and Nintendo. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Ultima, RPG, huge. I did not own it back in the day. I am aware of it. I had, I think I had a copy of it that didn't work. Was ultimately what it was. But I've seen it, and I would have loved it at the time. But I did not have a functional copy of it, so I was unable to play it in its golden era. But I recognize it for what it is now, and RPGs in general, and there's the other one, Questron, very similar vibe going on. Good stuff. More line and I got the second pre-chorus. And you should. All right, let's do this. Boom, 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 boom. And you should, if that's what you, And you should, if that's what you want to pursue. And you should, if that's what you want to pursue. But I won't, no. And you should, if that's what you want to pursue. But I won't force your hand on what you should do. Let's do a harmony vocal. And you should, and you should, and you should, if that's what you want to pursue. And you should, if that's what you want to pursue. Yeah, okay. And you should, if that's what you want to pursue. But I won't force your hand on what you should do. There it is. Okay, so I need to verse 2 is going to need to lead into that because it's the continuation of a thought. So the beginning of that thought has to happen in verse 2. Okay, I think we got that. The need and that much I understand. It's good to be independent when you can. Let's do that. You have a need and you have a need, and that much I understand. It's good to be independent when you can. Let's harmonize on that. You have a need, and that much I understand. You have a need, and that much, and that. You have a need, and that much I understand. It's good to be independent when you can. You have a need, and that much I understand. It's good to be independent when you can. And you should, if that's what you want to pursue. But I won't force your hand on what you should do. And it seems, and it's felt like a crime. This is turning out to be a decent song. I'm not gonna lie. We've got one more verse, one more bridge, and done. I'm gonna get this done long before midnight. Here we go. I can't believe all the ground you're covering. Won't let them see that you have been struggling. And no harmony for the first one. That, but I can do better, and I'm going to do better because that was a little iffy on the timing. I can't believe I can't believe all the ground you're covering. Won't let them see that you have been struggling. Yeah, it's a lot more. All right, have a good one. I can't believe all the ground you're covering. Won't let them see that you have been struggling. I think we got a decent little song here. Thanks so much. But I appreciate it. Yeah, now I got to do a bridge, and this song's done. Cry for help. One more line. Two more lines, actually. Last line I need to do. With time it will be tougher. You hide it well with stealth. With time it will be tougher. You hide it well with stealth. It's like you'd rather suffer than cry for help. With time it will be tougher. You hide it well with stealth. It's like you'd rather suffer than cry for help. Oh, so close. With time it will be tougher. You hide it well with stealth. It's like you'd rather suffer than cry for help. I'm going to do this one too. This is the last thing I should need to record, and the song will be done. With time it will be tougher. You hide it well with stealth. Okay. With time it will be tougher. You hide it well with stealth. It's like you'd rather suffer than cry for help. I'm going to do that last bit of then cry for help. That's going to be good. Then cry for help. I don't think you were able to hear the guitar solos that I did earlier either. That's coming. But let's do, just for giggles here, we'll throw this a cappella. With time it will be tougher. You hide it well with stealth. It's like you'd rather suffer than cry for help. And now with the music, oh my goodness, let's not feedback. With time it will be tougher. You hide it well with stealth. It's like you'd rather suffer than cry for help. Alright, so we're going to save this, we're going to export it, we're going to mix it down, and we're going to be done far before midnight. It is 11:05 p.m. here, and once I put the gas, like foot to the gas, we're finishing this. We're not going to take a chance on cutting it too close to midnight. It's like, I can dilly-dally and still get the song done, but I was enjoying the dillying and the dallying, so why would I not dilly and dally when I'm enjoying it? As long as I hit the deadline. Alright, so let's drop that. Bring this up. The dillying and the dallying. The dillying and the dallying has been done. Dillying, dallying, done. Here it is. Completed song. About 3.5 hours. and done. Thank you much. Appreciate it. Out we go. Have a good night. Boop-a-doo-boo. Never delete. All right. Thanks again. Till next time. I got 4 more days of this. Yep. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is my last Monday for January for the year. Yeah. Pleased.